wait for a couple people to come in. But hello, my name is Brooke-Sidney, and I am from the site called Bella and the Babe, which is all about empowering authentic mothering. But today I'm talking about something that actually has nothing to do with empowering authentic mothering, but more to do with, thanks Amber for joining, but more to do with Periscope tricks. And I'm not coming to you as the Periscope expert that knows all about Periscope, but I am coming to you from the point of, I have been watching, hello, hi Amber, I have been watching tons of Periscopes. I have developed my favorites. There are people that I love what they're doing with this vehicle, because it is that. It's a vehicle to reach your audience. And there are things that I've come across already that I know is not engendering people to follow you. And so I wanted to share 5 of those things that I've noticed. Take them for what you will, but I do think they're helpful, and I think that the people that are not doing them don't need to do it. So if you are scoping, these are just some things you might want to keep in mind as you are figuring out the best tips and tricks for yourself. But the first one that I wanted to share, it's kind of become one of my pet peeves, and that's asking people to share your scope before you've even delivered a word of content or a word of value. It would be like me 2 minutes ago saying, share my scope, share my scope. I won't get started until you share my scope. I haven't delivered any content to you. Why should you share my scope? You know, you want to invite people to share your scope after you've told them something amazing, after you've given them some tips, after you saw that you are delivering some value, that your message is resonating with them. You know, it just seems very all about you when you ask for people to share your scope before you've even started speaking. So I would just say that, you know, I really value my followers and the people that are listening to my scopes. And I'm not going to share everything. It really must have value for me. And I need to know that as a person that I'm following, like the person that I'm watching their scope, that you're also delivering value before I share it. Thanks, Admired Rose. It's like, hey, you get me some more followers. Exactly, Amber. It's all about me, me, me. And really, hopefully, the people that I'm watching, and I love to share scopes, but it's truly when they're delivering content and value that I think my followers or the people that I know on Twitter could truly benefit from. And so that brings me to point number 2, and that's sharing every scope of everyone you follow. And I know for some of us, Periscope has become like our television, and we've carefully picked people that we want to know what you're doing, and when, hi XL Radio, thanks for joining, and when you're coming on. And there's honestly like a level of trust there. Like I trust that when you come on, you're sharing something that's going to be of value for me and for my followers. Hi, hello XL Radio. So if you're constantly telling me to watch everything, because you're sharing everything, I know that you're trying to make connections and build a network, and if you share mine, maybe I'll share yours, and that changes, yes, oh my God, right. It changes the nature of the value of your scope. And I also happen to start trusting that less, and I've actually muted the people that share all the time, because I don't know what's a really good share anymore from that person. So people that share more discriminately, I trust when they share it. I go on and it is a call to action. I go on and I listen and I see what they're offering and what they've suggested. Yes, unfollow, yes, totally Amber. Yes, I'm so tired of that. Yes, I know that I'm not alone out there. That's great. I just feel like the sharing should be discerning. And you want to think about what would truly benefit your friends, right? Like if the people that you're connected with and following, what would you want to share with them, your friends? Or what would you want to share with your target audience or your client, your ideal client? You don't want to share everything. And I feel like there are people that every 2 minutes I'm getting a so-and-so wants you to watch this. No, I don't think that's helping them get followers. Or at least not followers for the long haul that are truly interested in value and the content they deliver. And so the third thing is holding the information hostage for hearts. Now, I love hearts. Yes, we all want hearts. Yes, please heart me up, all that kind of stuff. But like, some of this becomes pure ridiculousness and game playing when people sit on the scope and say, okay, I'm not going to tell you anything until you get me 1,000 more hearts. I'm not going to, tell you tip number 3 until you get, until I reach 10,000 hearts. Like, I have actually been on scopes. Yeah, Amber is totally laughing. I've been on scopes where people have held information hostage until they reached a heart level. That just seems crazy. And once again, it's kind of like, are you scoping for yourself, or are you scoping truly to help others? And I'm not saying that they have to be mutually exclusive, but when someone's just like, give me hearts, and we're sitting in the Periscope room, this room that exists when we have scopes, and we're waiting because you want more hearts. It's just a little ridiculous. Like, it just tells me a little bit about the person who's doing that. And, I understand that there's some level of trading information for hearts at some kind of baseline level, but holding information hostage just takes it to a whole new level. And so I would suggest that you don't do that anymore. Okay. Number 4 is not getting to the content. And I also know it's like people that want to sit there for 5 or 10 minutes and greet every viewer that comes on. And I've even heard a philosophy lately that people don't want to encourage Periscope viewers to just hop in and get what they need and hop off, and they want to really encourage pure connection. And I get that, but on the other hand, I guess when I think about who is following me and who's my target audience and who I'm trying to help, it's people that are short on time. It's people that don't necessarily want to sit and watch me talk for 5 or 10 minutes in the beginning, and I haven't said anything. I've just said hello to people. People value their time, and time is something that you can't get back. Yes, Admired Rose, yes. Totally. Amber says, I watched one the other day where she played almost a whole song while waiting for more people to follow and join. Yeah, Amber, I have sat on those same scopes, and sometimes I'm kicking myself because I'm like, why am I sitting here watching this? But there's a part of me that also wants the content or whatever I think that they're going to deliver. And then part of me is I think I'm a little shocked that it goes on for as long as it goes on. I just don't think it's a good use of anyone's time. And my time's valuable, your time's valuable. So just share. And that kind of gets me to my 5th and final point. Don't hold the recap hostage to the replay. Why are you holding the recap hostage to the replay? When people join in, maybe you've gone 5 minutes in to a 15-minute perhaps Periscope, and some people have missed the beginning 1 or 2 points. Why not quickly say, point number 1 was A and point number 2 was B, instead of directing them to the replay. Go to the replay, go to the replay, go to the replay. Now, I know you want people to watch your replay. People are going to watch your replay regardless, because if they truly missed 1 and 2, and you're talking about, 3, 4, and 5, for example, with such great information and depth and personality that they love your scope, they're going to want to go back and see the fuller conversation around points 1 or 2 or whatever they missed. So you're not going to lose viewers on the replay because you did a recap. So anyway, those are my 5 ways that don't help you get Periscope viewers. And they were simply 1, asking people to share your scope before you've even started delivering any content. Number 2 was sharing every scope from everyone that you follow all the time, not discriminately sharing. 3 was holding your information hostage until you get hearts. 4 was not getting to the content because you don't want people to dip in and out and just waiting to give the content, no. And then number 5 was always recap. Some people hold the recap hostage for the replay. That's kind of what I'm calling it, because they really want to get people to the replay. So again, are there things out there that are bugging you all? I'd love to hear if you've noticed any things that people have done on Periscopes that have not made you want to follow them, or you're following them in spite of the fact that they do these things. Anyway, these are just a couple of things that I noticed. And then I also want to point out that there are amazing scopers that don't do any of these things, and they have great scopes, and people go, oh, Amber says I would add posting way too much. One person I saw was scoping every time her dog went outside. I know. I don't really get it. It's almost become like reality television, especially for some people that I think that they're like Periscope stars, and there are definitely Periscope stars on here. But yeah, there are some people that post all the time, like all day long. I think there might be something coming on the pipeline called a Periscope addiction. You know, addicted to being on Periscope, addicted to talking to people and having this type of interaction and connection. But, you know, that's just me. That's just what I think. But are there any other things? Amber says, yes, laugh out loud, driving to work, singing to the radio, working out. Yes, exactly. I've seen people put on makeup. I've seen people do the craziest things. But sometimes, I will say, sometimes they are actually talking about things while they're doing, like, you know, there are human things of getting ready or whatever, and they're also delivering value. But I love it, but only once or twice a day, says Admired Red Rose. I agree with you. I totally agree with you. And I think that it's part of that whole trust and like factor. You know, we trust the people that we follow, that when they do get on in scope, that they're going to deliver us some content that it is helpful, you know, helpful for either, like, if we're building a business or our lives in general. We hope that they deliver that to us, and so we trust it. But anyway, I don't want to take up all your time. I just wanted to pop in with what I considered like a fun scope that I've just noticed after being on Periscope for at least a month and a half. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of the hearts. Thank you. Again, this is Brooke-Sidney from BellaandTheBabe.com. See you later.